Java Accounts Teachings by Ramesh Kumar. My mobile number is 614-35-205-206 and my mail ID is kumar.ramesh5759@yahoo.com. It is highly requested that you kindly like, share and subscribe my video. When you subscribe it, you will get the notification for my next video as well. Now first we are taking here the questions on first theory questions on the solution of partnership. All the assets of the firm dash and outsider liabilities and partners loans and partners capitals dash at the time of dissolution of the firm. Now dash means you have to fill in the blank. All the assets of the firm are sold and all outsider liabilities and partner loans and partners capitals are paid at the time of dissolution of the firm. And second is relation account is which type of account? It is a nominal account because it is only prepared for preparing showing profit or loss on realization. Then the next is provident fund is a dash on the firm towards employees. Is a liability on the firm towards employees. Then question 4, if nothing is stated regarding the realization of any tangible assets, then such assets should be realized at the book value. Book value means that is balance sheet value. What are tangible assets which we can see with naked eyes, like furniture, machinery, building, plant? There are fixed tangible assets. If nothing is stated regarding the realization of any intangible asset like goodwill, patents, trademarks, etc., then it is assumed they have not realized any value. For non-intangible assets, no value, but for tangible assets, book value. Then the next is sixth question. What entry you will record for transferring assets to the creditor for settlement of his account. If any creditors take over any asset in his full settlement, then we will not pass any entry for sale of asset or for payment of creditor. We will transfer them in book value in realization account, but we will not show any realizable value of asset or any payment to creditors. Then the question is 7. Unrecorded assets when realized in cash will be on the credit side of realization account as by cash account. That is, if any asset has not been recorded in the balance sheet, unrecorded means it is not appearing in the balance sheet, and we get any cash from it, then we will show it is like sale of other assets, that is by cash. Then 8. If a partner has given any loan to the firm, his loan will be dash paid dash payment of all the outsider liabilities. That is, will be paid after payment of all the outside liabilities, but before making any payment to the partners on account of capital. That is, first payment is made to outsider liabilities, then partners loan, and then last in the capital. So this is what he says before payment of outside liabilities. First we will pay the outside liabilities, then we will pay partner loan, but before making payment to partners account of capital. 9. When the partnership firm is dissolved, we close all the accounts of assets by sending them to the debit side of realization account. That is, when we close the partnership firm, we transfer all the assets to the debit side of realization account at the book value. 10th, the assets of the firm and the amount contributed by the partners to make up the deficiency of capital shall be applied for. What he says, the assets of the firm and the amount contributed by the partners to make up the deficiency of capital shall be applied for payment of liabilities. Then the 11th is, in the balance sheet, debit balance of profit and loss which is shown in the asset side will be transferred to partners capital account on their debit side to profit and loss account. If profit is on the credit side, then by profit and loss account. If it is on the debit side, to profit and loss account. Now treatment of losses. If there had been any losses in the firm, the loss on realization is transferred to partners capital account, that is relation account debit to A's capital account debit, partners capital account debit to realization. If there is profit, realization account debit to partners capital. Then application of assets. What do you mean by application of assets? That is, it is the law that firm assets will be used first for payment of firm's liabilities. And if there is any surplus, then that can be used for payment of partners' liabilities. In the same way, partners' personal assets will be used for payment of partners' liabilities, and if there is any surplus, that can be used for payment of firm liabilities. Then firm assets and partners, firm debt and partners debt. Firm debts mean liabilities of the firm. If partnership firm has taken any loan, then that is firm's liability. But if the partner has taken any personal loan, then that would be the partner's debt or partner's liabilities. That is what we call it as Now we are taking to big question, comprehensive question. W, S and T carried on business in partnership, sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1. What is their profit sharing ratio? 3:2:1 respectively. They decided to form a private company, T and Company Limited. That is, they are converting their partnership firm into a company. The name of the company would be T and Company Private Limited. With an authorized share capital of rupees 6 lakh, divided into 45,000 shares of rupees 10 each. Total authorized capital of the company is 6 lakh, out of which 4,50,000 is for equity shares, that is for 45,000 shares, equity share is 10 each, and 15,000 10% preference, cumulative preference shares of rupees 10 each. And what is that? 15,000 or 10% cumulative preference shares. What are cumulative preference shares? Cumulative preference shares are those preference shares if in any year a company is not capable of having that much profit to pay dividend to the preference shareholders, then their arrear of dividend can be carried forwards to the following years. So in case of cumulative preference shares, if in any year firm is not having sufficient profit to make payment to the cumulative preference shares, then their balance of dividend can be carried forwards to the following years. But it is not so in case of non-cumulative preference shares. If in any year dividend is not sufficient, so they will not be paid any dividend. Their dividend cannot be carried forwards to the following years. The company was incorporated and took over business, goodwill and kept certain of the assets of the partnership firm on 31st March 2012, on which date firm's balance sheet was as follows. Liabilities: capital W 1,50,000, S 1 lakh, T 60,000. Total capital of the three is 3,10,000. Then current accounts: W 29,250, T 20,750, total 50,000. Less S overdraft 21,000. The amount column we are having 29,000. W's loan 50,000, creditors 28,000. Total of liability side is 4,07,000. Now on the asset side, fixed assets: machinery 65,000, scooter 18,000, furniture and fixture 6,000. Then current assets: stock 1,80,000, debtors 52,000, bank 86,000, total 4,07,000. T owned the freehold premises which he had let to the partnership firm and which he agreed to sell to the company for rupees 1 lakh. That the premises, freehold premises on which the T had full ownership of his own, on which the firm was doing business, that was owned by T. He agreed to sell that building premises to the company for rupees 1 lakh. The consideration being the issue to him at part 10,000 10% cumulative preference shares of rupees 10 each. So he agreed to give that building to the company for rupees 1 lakh, and in lieu of that he will be issued 10% cumulative preference shares of rupees 10 each. W, who retired, was presented by his partners with one of the scooters, valued in the books at rupees 6,000. That is, W was given a scooter, one of the scooter partners' scooter, at rupees 6,000. The remaining scooter was taken over by the company for rupees 10,000. The remaining scooters were taken by the company for rupees 10,000. One scooter of rupees 6,000 was given to W, and the remaining were taken over by the company for rupees 10,000. W also received certain furniture for which he was charged rupees 1,500. W also took furniture from the company for which he was charged 1,500. Debtors which were considered good were taken over by W, who agreed to pay to the creditors. Debtors which were considered all good, that is, debtors were of 52,000. There was no bad debts considered for that, but taken over by W, who agreed to pay to the creditors. That is, he agreed to pay to the creditors. Creditors are for 28,000. The company agreed to discharge W loan by issue to him at par 3,000 10% preference shares of rupees 10 each. That is, his loan was discharged by the company by issuing 3,000 10% cumulative preference shares of rupees 10 each. W's loan was 40,000. So his loan was taken over by the company, and company issued him 30,000 worth of preference, 10% preference shares, and cash payment of rupees 10,000. So out of 40,000, he was getting preference shares, 10% preference shares, cumulative preference shares for 30,000 and 10,000 in cash. The balance of the consideration was to be discharged by the company on issue at par to the partners of 30,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each in proportion to the final balance on their combined capital and current account. That is, company was issuing to the partners in consideration of their capital payments 30,000 share rupees 10 each, which is to be divided between partners in their profit sharing ratio 3:2:1. Any balance being paid to them in cash. If any balance was left, that was paid to them in cash. Compute the consideration and show how it will be discharged. That you are to compute the consideration. That is, you are to find out the purchase consideration for the company and show how it will be discharged. Prepare necessary accounts. Now for considering, that is, considering the calculating the purchase consideration for the company, assets taken over by the company, goodwill 40,000, machinery 65,000, furniture and fixture 30,000, debtors 10,000, stock 1,66,000, and bank balance 86,000. The total assets taken over by the company are worth rupees 3,70,000. It means the purchase consideration for the business is 3,70,000. Now how the company is paying? Company is paying 30,000 equity shares or 10 each, 3 lakh. 3,000 10% preference shares, 30,000. The total becomes 3,30,000. Then out of 3,70,000, 3,30,000 worth of shares, equity and preference shares, company is issuing them. The balance amount left is 40,000. That will be paid by the company in cash, because it was mentioned that 3 lakh worth of equity shares company will issued and 30,000 worth of preference shares company will issued to the shareholders, and the balance will be paid in cash. Now realization account. On the debit side, we will transfer the assets: 2 machinery 65,000, 2 scooter 18,000, 2 furniture and fixtures 6,000, 2 stock 1 lakh 80,000, 2 debtors 52,000, 2 bank 86,000, total 4,07,000. Then by W's capital, furniture 15,000, debtors 52,000, furniture 1,500, debtors 52,000, total 53,500. By S capital, that is, he is taking assets for rupees 6,000. By T's capital, 3,70,000. So both side total is coming 4,29,500. Therefore, then we will prepare partners' capital accounts, and whatever amount is coming, we will distribute in the form of shares and balance in the cash in their profit sharing ratio. So in this way, we will do the question. If you like this video, kindly like, share and subscribe it. Thank you very much.